Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm Anton, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Miyoo Mini Plus. This pocket-sized handheld emulates a variety of systems, but it also features some impressive ports. I'll also be walking through the entire process, showing you how you can set this up and make it the ultimate system for yourself. Of course, this video is for educational purposes only. A huge thanks to Mech DIY for sending this my way, and let's get started. Inside the box, you'll find the system, USB-C cable, microSD card USB adapter, microSD card, if not in the system, tempered glass screen protector kit, and instruction manual. I encountered some issues while trying to apply the screen protector, because it was almost the same size as the actual display, making it hard to get perfect. But it also happened to be damaged by the packaging. Like other devices of this type, it includes an SD card filled with games and other files, featuring classics like Angry Birds, Plants vs. Zombies, and Pokemon Green for the NES. The SD card is pretty generic, so you may want to get a higher quality one, as it always needs to be repaired once I connect it to my PC, although it still works perfectly fine. But if you do use another SD card, just make sure it's formatted to FAT32, and you can format it using FAT32 format on Windows or Disk Utility on Mac. You can find FAT32 format in the description, because if you start over, you'll need to download the Miyoo Mini Plus firmware again, which can be found on the Onion site under Docs, then Installation. The device includes a similar button setup to the Super NES, just with the added home button on the front and secondary shoulder buttons on the back. It features a headphone jack, USB-C input, volume buttons, a power button, and an SD card slot. The quality of the handheld is excellent. It feels sturdy with a good weight to it, and the transparent plastic design that I was sent definitely invokes some Game Boy Color Atomic Purple vibes. It feels decently comfortable to hold, however those with larger hands may find it uncomfortable. The screen is excellent, it's vibrant and bright, and the aspect ratio is perfect for many different systems. The default OS is fine, but it's not great, which is why we're going to upgrade it. So let's begin with the setup. Prepare the SD card, and place it into the USB adapter if necessary. Then insert it into your computer. If you're using the included SD card, the computer may need to repair it. It's not really the highest quality SD card. First, we're going to download Onion OS, an enhanced operating system for the Miyoo Mini. It features more emulators, autosave and resume, plenty of customization options, and much more. By visiting the webpage in the description, you can find all of the resources for the Miyoo Mini. Once there, click on the button to download the stable version. Once you're on the GitHub page, scroll all the way down, and then click on the zip file to download it. Once you've done that, extract the folder, and then place all the files into the SD card, and replace any files if it asks you to. For disk-based systems like the PS1, a BIOS file is recommended, so make sure that you do get them if you don't already have them. Now I'm going to add more games to the device, including some ports. You can find the port collection on the site, and click on Ports Collection. You can download them all by clicking the link on the top, but you can also select individual titles. I'm just going to download the full collection. Then I'll extract the folder, and place all of the contents into the root of my SD card. And adding ports is as simple as that. Although for some, like Super Mario 64, you'll need to provide certain files, and the text file should tell you what you need. Now let's eject the SD card and insert it back into the device, and turn it on. And now it should boot up. It'll take some time to set up the new OS. Once it's finished, press A to go to the next page, until you get to the package manager. I recommend enabling everything on the verified page, including the ports collection. You can also flip to the other pages by pressing the L and R buttons. Once you're satisfied, press the start button. The system will configure itself, and then it will reboot. You should now be at the main menu. Here's where you can access the favorites, games, apps, and settings. Let's set up the ports. So go to Games, then Ports. To load the ports, you'll need to press A on Import Ports. The process will then begin. Once it's done, all of the ports will be installed, and even categorized by genre. Now our system should be all set up and ready to go. Every time that you add a new game, ensure that you update the games list by pressing select and then hitting A to refresh the ROMs. There are tons of systems here, like the NES, Super NES, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Pokemon Mini, Virtual Boy, Sega Master System, Game Gear, Genesis, Neo Geo systems including the Pocket, many Atari systems including the 2600, PS1, and many more. You can even emulate PCs, like the Commodore 64, arcade machines through MAME, and even the Pico 8 platform, among many others. Then there are the mini ports, all of which run great. Although Mario 64 doesn't have the greatest frame rate out there, it's still really neat to play it on the Miyoo Mini, even if it's just a novelty and the device lacks an analog stick. While games like Pokemon Pinball take advantage of the device's rumble feature, the device lacks the necessary motion gyroscopes for titles such as WarioWare Twisted. By quickly pressing the home button, you can enable the pause menu, and even travel to other game pause states, which is really neat. Additionally, holding the home button and then the select button will open and close the RetroArch menu, allowing you to further customize the emulation settings. And if you leave it idle for a while, it will go into sleep mode, which really helps with the battery life, as it can last between 4 to 8 hours depending on the screen brightness and volume. You can connect the Miyoo Mini to your Wi-Fi network, switch on FTP client mode, and link it to your computer's FTP client, so there's no need to take out the SD card. Very convenient. Overall, the Miyoo Mini Plus is a great handheld. Although it's not the most premium and powerful device, you still get access to a massive library of retro systems, with cool ports too. But overall, it's a great handheld, and I definitely recommend it, especially when it's on sale. But anyways, that's about it for the video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing. A big thanks to Mech DIY for sending one of these my way, and you can find a link to their site in the description to get one of these for yourself. And with that, I'll see you all in the next one.